Okay, yeah, so I just ranted at Pbirdman about that, so that's totally unacceptable. You can't have that. You can't have an enemy that, against a hasted Auron, gets 5 hits in a row, and it was still going. Maybe it was going to get a few more. I mean, even when Riku was there, it got like 3-4 Earthquakes in a row. So in 2 turns, it hit you with Earthquake 8 times, I think, 8 or 9 times, which is over 9,000 damage for a regular encounter, and it wasn't doing that before, so I think the one in here behaves differently to the other one. So I think he said it has 3 different types of Earthquake, but I'm sorry, no way at all that should be a thing. Like, that's ridiculous. So I think when I encounter that thing in there, I'm not finding like that again. I'm going to bypass that enemy until he fixes it. That was just completely stupid. Because there's nothing you can do about it. Because of the delay, even Riku got 1 turn when it was all over. So, in that 1 turn, what are you going to do? Like, if your sleep doesn't work, oh no, I have to take 5,000 more damage. No. Hey, I praise when I think is due, and I criticize when I think is due. He's a big boy. He can handle it. Okay. So with this guy, we've got to move fast because bad breath can come at any time unless you provoke.
You want some of this?
Yeah, so we have to get that provoke to work, otherwise we'll be in trouble. But in the meantime, let's start. It's a lot of damage to do, so we've got to move.
Some of this?
That has to hit, otherwise we're in big trouble. I'm willing to spend the MP on this.
Hey you, over here!
It's really annoying. Okay. He's got confused walls, so I guess it's worth a shot as well. Yeah, okay. Well, guess what's going to come next? With the kind of luck that I've been having recently, it's just going to be... Of course it is. There you go. That's why I wasn't having that provoke, because I knew you wanted to use bad breath. 3 confused wards here. 1 got confused. I think we're okay. So we're going to try provoking. It'd be funny if his speech was in slow motion. There you go. That finally worked. I was going to say I'll deal with Riku being confused here, but... I think I'll probably Chocobo Wing or something. A 1 in 9 chance to get double bad breathed. This should wake Riku up, I think. What? I guess it's magic based, so it doesn't count. Okay, don't have a choice here. Okay. At least we won't see bad breath again now. So now we let loose. Nice. Nice. Just so everyone gets a go. Get some of that sweet AP. So you really need that provoke to hit, otherwise you're in big trouble. 6,000, okay. I'm pretty sure Kumari got a turn already, didn't he? Or did I just swap him in? I forget. No, I'm pretty sure he actually got a turn. Get a steal in. And finish it off. There we go. No weapon drop, unfortunately, or armor drop. It's kind of frustrating to still see Tidus below 3,000. Even Riku's above it now. It's only him, Yuna, and Lulu below 3,000 at this stage. Wimp. Again. And ambushed. Okay. Here we've got to hope for some luck. So of course we'll go for the provoke again.
Hey, hey, hey!
Nope. Okay. It's a 1 in 3 chance anyway. I mean, can't always be unlucky, right? I think until we get provoked to stick, we should just focus on it. Forget the damage for now. Okay, there we go. To be honest, Kimari's not really going to be doing much damage anyway. Let's just go for it. I want to see if defending helps against this. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but there you go. It should be fixed damage, maybe with focus or something you can reduce it, but bring in Louis.
Let's end this.
So thankfully Provoke takes all the threat out of it. I think I forgot to give Yuna a turn here. Just because I forgot to give her a turn, I'm going to summon Bahamut just to deliver the final blow. I'm not having a bad breath there. Okay. Why is it always Lulu that gets these weapons, man? What the hell? She's already got this. Look at this. There's that drain. Nice. Riku's almost there. Look at Riku go. Okay, so here we have a situation where... Okay, Auron being able to learn delay attack is pretty cool, actually. I'm going to head in that direction and also teach him Provoke. That's interesting, okay. He can go without more HP for 5 minutes, he'll be fine. So this little chunk here could be useful. Provoke, delay attack, flee, cheer. I think I might take him to this little portion of the grid first before I move further. That could be interesting. Okay. So we've had 2 Malbros in a row. Let's go. Can we make more progress than we did last time? Stupid Adamantoise, man. He really messed that one up. I'm still annoyed about that. Because it just should not be like that. I'm probably going to escape with the character for this one, just to experiment, just to see if that's really how it's going to be for this entire thing. It just should not be, man. I won't provoke it this time. Maybe that's like a provoke punishment or something, I don't know. Whatever the case may be. Could eject to shot it, but I'm saving that for a rainy day. It's funny that because she's got more HP than him, Tidus is the one that really needs the light curtain now. It's usually not the case for these playthroughs, but okay, that worked. See, this iteration is just all about the earthquake. It just seems to be using that constantly. So even without Provoke. So that's why I'm going to escape from this encounter, because look at this. Everyone except... I mean, if Riku isn't in the party, basically no one else gets a turn. It's just too much. And that way, of course, you can't do damage. So how are you expected to take this thing out if you can't? You can't put it to sleep consistently either, so if sleeping grenades worked every time, you could say maybe put it to sleep, but as you're about to see... Let me see if star grenades work, I'm curious. But then again, he'll wake himself up on the next turn, so what's the point? So you'll see that this isn't going to work, most likely. If even Sleep Buster is fading, then... You know. Yeah, you can see it's just not... It's not working. So the one here seems to only have this move. That can't be programmed correctly though, like, that's got to be a mistake. So 1, 2. You saw these guys had like 2-3 turns each before this happened. Earthquake 3. Earthquake 4. Earthquake 5, this is what I mean, so this is clearly a mistake. Pbirdman is not silly enough to make that be an intentional outcome of this mod. But let's keep going. This is like number 5 or 6 now. So utterly ridiculous. Okay. So thankfully I escaped from that encounter, otherwise it was going to end really badly. So either you have to kind of make Riku do it individually, but even the protect wears off quite quickly. So it'd be a huge resource hog to do it. Delay is just stupidly strong. No way it should be like that. It's okay, he'll fix it. He always does. It's not making mistakes that's the bad thing, is not fixing them. Right, here we go. We can see what's in this chest finally. We've got a 4-on-1. That's a elemental one, right? Seems pretty useless to me. Okay. I'm not going to be using it. Let's hope this one's a little better. There used to be a... Is it a bracer or a megalixer or something? I think there's both here. Defending bracer, okay. I think death proof. That's what it used to be. Dark proof, death proof. That's really nice. What else can I add to that to make it like the ultimate? Stone proof, obviously. I don't think I've got enough for stoneproof anyway, though. Actually, I do. No, I don't. I need 4 more petrified grenades. I think from demonoliths I can get enough for that, actually. So if I get that too, and I get maybe... I want to say poison proof, but confuse proof is probably better. But death proof is big. And yeah, we're not getting that anytime soon. But we've got Berserk Proof if we want it. Berserk Proof and Poison Proof or something. No, sorry, Berserk Proof and Stone Proof. Yeah. Because Dark Proof is there, and it's going to be hard to make it like the ultimate. Because Darkness is one of those, it's annoying attackingly, but defensively you can live with it. But like Confusion, Berserk, Petrification, Death, and Poison, those 5 statuses are like the really annoying defensive ones, and you can only cater for 4. But I'd be missing out on like at least 2 of them with this armor. So I'll leave it for now. Like there'll probably be a specific situation where I wanna customize it, but it's not right now. Okay, Behemoth King. Again, I think I should be provoking here. It's probably the best thing to do. Down to 14 Chocobo wings. I'll probably Stamina Tablet Tidus here. Because he's a Provoke Master, we'll have him do it. Good. He's going to need some of that light curtain. Okay, here we go. Set up pretty nicely now. He just needs to survive 1 heave, and he should be fine. Good. Right, let's get some steals out of this guy. Healing Spring. Healing Spring. And some of that. He's going to be busy heaving. I think we'll bring in... I was going to say, should I bring in Lulu for this one? But when Lulu's not hasted, she's just so noticeably slow now that she's hard to deal with. Because she can lancet, I feel like using her flare would be a good idea. But it's a move with high delay, so she'd need to be hasted. So let's do that. Yeah, even when she's hasted though, like the delay is so huge from flare that she's not enjoying that. I think that's why double cast is good. I think double cast doesn't carry the same delay, if I remember correctly. Busy heaving. And I mean, 4,200 is good damage, but it's not like amazing damage. Yeah, got to play all the tricks now. As you're seeing, game overs are still a thing at this stage, even after the experience I've had with these guys. So, let's see how much MP she gets back. That's good. Leaves her free to do some more of this. He's got SOS Shell though, so it's probably not going to be enough now that I think about it. Left 39,000 still. Whoa. I'm thinking if we're on guards, he'll take the heave, right? Oh yeah, let's Sentinel here. I haven't seen it in a while. I totally forgot that I had Sentinel. I don't usually use it in random encounters very often, but there you go. That's why Sentinel's a badass move. Yeah, I did need to get Titus back up to speed a little bit here. Because that heave is so powerful that... Ah, okay. Oren's so slow that I forgot he's still got Sentinel on. Shit. Yeah, look, his turn is gone. Oh. Okay, so I think that's the... Sentinel is normally a very OP move, and I think that's what Pbirdman has done to combat it a little bit. He's given it a huge delay, so that if you are going to Sentinel, you've got to take a lot of hits. Okay, that's interesting. Because he's an important damage dealer as well, we can't have this. So even with the Chocobo Feather, he's still 2 turns away. That's interesting. Yeah, because he's gone now. I changed the rotation. But you see in these long battles, you start to see the haste runs out, and you have to reapply, and you have to use a lot of MP, use a lot of Chocobo wings, all that kind of shit. So it's always tough. Orange, there you go. He's only just come out of Sentinel. It's like, it felt like a few months back that he went into it.
Yeah.
25,000. Okay. Still a fair bit to do. Hopefully Mighty Guard next. There we go. It's basically giving us a free turn here. Baby Yuna. Hit him with that Dispel. Good thing it doesn't go into haste with Mighty Guard. Otherwise that would have been difficult. Just have to survive. Ah shit, Oran dies here I think. I feel like summoning so that everybody gets their the AP for this battle. Just gonna keep going till Oran gets a turn. Kimari definitely won't kill it unless it's critical. Okay. I summon just so everyone gets the AP here. It's a conscious decision. Let's see. Of course it wasn't enough to make the kill, but we should survive this. Thankfully Tail doesn't have a delay. There we go. So a bit of a weird situation here with this, but hopefully the game doesn't spaz out. There we go. For a second I thought when everyone runs back in it's going to say game over. Shaltage, okay. Again, we're looking for the free slots more so. It's not going to be auto shell at that stage. There you go. That's nice. Okay. Because we're going to be using stamina tablets for boss battles, like moving forward. Anything that has SOS in it is still going to be active even at like 3000 HP, so that's pretty good. Okay. Let's keep pushing forward. Okay, this bit. We could go... I'm trying to remember. There's a bit you could go around the back. Oh, this bastard. I don't know if I should bother with light curtains or not here. I mean, you're pretty much forced to just heal quite regularly against this guy. You don't have too much choice. Okay, let's give it a crack. I don't think it worked. Again, it's all well and good, but just the fact that it doesn't actually work is just annoying. If it was 100% success rate, then yes, but... This takes an age. Yeah, as you can see, it didn't work. There's just no other reasonable ways to damage him, because obviously like stuff like Holy just takes up so much MP that it's not reasonable. Gotta wait it out. Try again. Okay, there we go. Didn't connect it this time. There we go. You see, we already lost our initial haste. We'd have to go haster again. That's exactly what we're going to do. Bring in Walker as well. And then we'll haster with Titus once more. Otherwise, we don't get a lot of turns. Such big damage. He'll probably die from Meteor if he uses it, so I am curious about Shadow Gems. That I think that was another way to do big damage to this guy back in the day. But yeah, of course. Not anymore. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Walker would have died from this, that's why I swapped him out. Because his magic defense is atrocious. I was going to say Zombie used to be another trick, I think, but it's hard to get it to connect. I'm trying to remember if someone has Zombie Strike. I'm going to keep using Zombie Attack here. It's got enough resistance again to not make it very easy. Okay, so it's I was gonna say it's like a fixed amount of damage. I thought it was maybe percentage, but it's fixed, but it's just not a lot of damage. That's what I'm seeing. Riku, sorry. Oh yeah, she's out of MP. Why don't you use Lancet on it? Ah shit, I left myself less than 7. Oh well. Uni. Wow, even with defend. Holy shit. That's a lot. Okay. There you go. She's back. Just about not enough. Yeah, 6,800. Not going to survive that. Just got to wait. 2,500 even for Lulu with her mega high defense. Sheesh. Okay, finish the job. Okay. The march towards the finish continues. And we got a Tetra Shield. Yeah! Barbatos is worth the effort for the drops, I've got to say. HP plus 20% plus 3. Yeah, okay, alright. Because he's got 2,900. He's one person that really could benefit from that. Oren is motoring on. He now has delay attack plus a lot of MP, so you never know, could be useful. You never know. So Kimari's starting to get into tanky territory here. And Riku learns Bribe. That's not useful right now, but could be. No, let's do this first. Okay, the accuracy is not hugely useful right now. Now, well, there's only one route she can go down anyway, to be honest. Magic 51. She's not going to get a huge amount more magic moving forward. We'll eventually have to move her to a different grid, but for now, she's just got to stay on this path. At least she gets more HP. That's good. She pushes past 3,000 as well. So Tidus and Yuna are the only ones that haven't, interestingly. I think I'm good with this. I don't need to wait a minute. Level 3, level 4. Okay, I want to go back this way. Ortiz is stuck. How many sphere levels would he need to like go backwards and take a different path? He's just stuck in a really bad part of the grid because he's surrounded by like Yuna. Riku's not too far away, but he'd need a second level 3 to break into hers. Yeah. Not much he can do right now. Okay, Yuna's got no MP left. So having to continue to swap between Sonic Steel and whatever else I'm going to use is annoying, but it's got to be done. Okay, my favourite encounter. I was crunching through these guys. Now though, maybe I should try and get some extra musks. There you go. Thankfully, Waka can take him out in 2 hits now, so that's why I'm much more confident. And he doesn't miss them anymore either, so that's not too bad. Although he could die from 2 Fire Argus. He's that weak against magic.
Let's end
For these
this.
guys, the MP isn't that important. The AP isn't that important, so I just take him out with whoever. Wow, she can take down in 1 hit. That is nice. That is nice. Got a double ether up here. Okay, Riku can steal some more. I think it's the rare steal. I love the fact that she can take them out in 1 hit though. It's huge. Been a while since we saw that. Okay, what is this one here? 20,000 gil. Yeah. At least once I'm done, I can afford Yojimbo, so that's nice. Right, let's hop onto this. Ah, so Gemini Bros. Again, I think Provoke used to work best here. If you can't hit the Provoke, then you're in trouble.
Hey, you! Over here!
There you go. I'll bring in Kimari just as an extra Provoke attempt. Look at that tail. There you go. Okay, let's give Kimari a little bit of protection. Okay, let's begin. Okay, I think that worked first time actually. Cool. I'll get some haste with going again. Take out the first one as quickly as we can. Man, that leaping swing is painful, man. Poor Kimari only doing 2,000 damage. I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Tires will probably get taken out now. Because even a Reaper kills him at this stage. Oh, okay. Did nothing. Good. Okay. Blizzard should do decent damage here. You can see Lulu's slowness. There we go. Ooh, it worked again. Yeah, poisoning these guys has become pretty rare. Wow, really pick. Oh, she dodged that really well. Fair play. Steal some more light curtains while I'm at it. If I can. Nice. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was it. OG team back.
See ya!
Bye bye. They give a decent amount of AP, man. Two of them. So what's this? HP sphere. Okay. Well, I think Ty's is definitely going to get that at this stage. I feel like he needs it more than most. Because Yuna's going to be getting a lot more HP as she moves into Riku's grid, so she should be fine. Now, trouble is Riku is stuck too, which is not good. Yeah, obviously everything that you need to break free. Then again, this one, just trying to think. Can we take her to someone near someone else that's broken in? I guess we could do this. Maybe use a return sphere at this stage because I don't think we're going to get a couple more. And how important really is first strike at this stage? So maybe bring her back to here so she can start working on this portion. Maybe. Regen Kieron, because she'll be doing it backwards. She'll get like regen stuff first. That's the only real hope that we have here. And she would of course start with Holy, which would be kind of interesting. Otherwise she's going to be stuck. Pretty sure that's the only option that she has. Because no one else has broken into Riku's grid. I'll wait a little bit before I decide exactly how to tackle that. We'll see. Okay, Kimari going to finally start to get some of these strength boosts that Tyze has been enjoying. I don't think she needs more strength or evasion right now. Defense plus 3. Defense up to 47, that's pretty good. Waka, strangely enough, still isn't at the end of his grid. I think he's the only one right now. But he's also going to get stuck. Up to 4,200 HP, that's good. There you go, finally Yuna is the only one left. Oh wait, no, Yuna's got it too. Okay, so everyone's above 3,000 now, that's good. Alright, let's go. There's another one here, almost missed it. Defense sphere. Who could get that? We'll have to look, maybe Riku? Because she kind of needs to be a feature still, moving forward. Defense 30, 43, 20, 15, 47. I feel like I should give it to Riku. Because I'm probably still not going to be keeping Yuna on the front line that much. And she's going to be getting a lot more HP soon. I think I'll give it to Riku. Of course, Riku really comes into her own when she starts to increase her strength and actually does damage to people as well, but right now she needs a lot of work. Okay, let's go. I want to encounter a Demonolith, man. We started encountering the same shit over and over again. There's definitely more encounters here. So same deal, have to provoke. It's got to work.
Over here.
It's got to work or we're in trouble. Hoping 3 provokes is enough. Oh god. Now it's like, do you escape? Do you stay? What do you do? Because we're all going to get slowed as well, it's just going to be horrific. If I get 3 confuses, if I get 2 berserks and a confuse or something, it's game over. Do I really want a game over now? How badly do I want that game over? I know I'm assuming that Bad Breath's actually going to happen, but I feel like I've had bad luck with these so far, but hey, let's go for it. This is the final time. If I have bad luck here, because I think a 1/3 chance of Bad Breath happening and actually being hit with it is already bad luck, but if it's a kind of Bad Breath that incapacitates my entire party and I get game over from it, that's really bad luck. And then I will bite the bullet and say I'm going to escape encounters when there's any kind of danger so I can make it to the end. So this is literally the final time. I take any real risk on the path to the end.
Hey, hey, hey!
So there you go, okay. That's good. Now we can get to work. I want to get Kieron out of there, to be honest. Get Lulu in with a big time magic. Give time. Oh, she's almost up to quad 9. Sheesh. Get tied to some more MP. Get a Hasker and then start ripping shit. Tear this Marlboro up. Okay, let's go. 9,300. Yeah. How much HP does he even have left? We started so quick that 35,000. Okay, well. Alright, don't get too ahead of yourself. Oof, even Tider's joining the fun. Look at that. Ah, look at that shell kicking in. Really good. Okay, let's make sure everyone gets a turn here. Just make sure we're like 1 or 2 hits away. Okay, good. Walker. I think everyone's got the turn. We'll have Riku steal one more time. Just make sure there's no mistakes here. 2,000 range. Okay, good. Damn it. Don't need to waste any MP.
Enough.
There we go. 21,000. I still think that's the highest I've seen from a single enemy in terms of the AP that it gives. So we're coming up to the final bit now. I will just take the left and save quickly just to consolidate my good position right now. We'll heal a bit with Lulu. And then top up with Yuna. Okay. We are ready. Is there something here? No. I was going to say, come on, Demonolith, but no. I need those petrified grenades for like an extra stone proof. I'm probably going to have to farm a few of those because Jet Beam obviously is a really frustrating attack that you don't want to deal with. So yes, as promised, I'm gonna flee this guy.
I'll be right back.
Until Pbirdman fixes it. I can use the one in the other place. Okay, there's this bit, I remember. Yeah. I can farm from the one in like the Sea of Sorrow, whatever it's called. That one seemed to behave more normally. There we go. Leviathan. I think it was SOS Overdrive. It's nothing special here. Sorry. Yeah, okay. That's not going to be very useful to me. Like, the only climbing you have in the entire game, I believe. And I got it wrong. It's weird that, like, there weren't a few more little sections like that, now that I think about it. Gemini Bros. Kimari probably won't get a double turn. Is his agility high enough? It is, okay. So we'll push for the Provoke first. Okay, let's get to work on this guy. Oh, we got poison, that's nice. It's rare that you manage to get one of those. Every unit got a turn. Yeah, because these guys, like I said, they give pretty good AP. So always worth rotating. Let's try the Lancet anyway. I might be wrong. There you go. So the trouble with that is, if you're really low on it, MP, and you try and do the Lancet, then yeah, she had 10 before, now she's got 4, so she doesn't get to use the Lancet again. So you do have to be careful with your planning for Lancet. Like if you're low on MP, you have to do it on an enemy that you know is going to give you MP back. Otherwise, then you get stuck and then you have to use an ether. So it's not quite like Osmos, for example. Almost home. Orin getting a little more agility before Brass's fine lay on is huge. I feel like this little bit here would be good for Aeons. So I ended up backtracking, but I think it might be worth it. Finally, Walker completes his grid. Well done. Triple foul. That's nice. Probably worth a ton of MP though. Okay, let's go. And we made it. Finally. So we didn't encounter any Demonoliths, which was annoying. But I will go back for a second. So I think there was one more thing to get, if I'm not mistaken. But we're finally safe. Okay, my friends. So we have made it to the point of no return. This is it. From here, once we continue, we have the Crystal minigame. And then we will have to fight Braska's final Aeon in order to complete the story. So as I mentioned before, Yu Yevon has not been modded. So it's not going to be like a different kind of boss battle. Braska's final Aeon is going to be the end, and once we're done with that, then we're going to move on to all of the side quests. There is still so much to do, it's quite ridiculous. But we can't get to it until we defeat Braska's final Aeon. Now, Braska's final Aeon was always a difficult encounter, especially like if you didn't just do it like a straight up, like everyone spam overdrive, spam all the Aeon overdrives, I don't know, use trio of quad 9, all that kind of stuff. Always a difficult boss battle. In challenge runs, extremely difficult boss battle. So this one I'm expecting, of course, to be the most difficult storyline boss that we're going to encounter. And as such, I believe that I need to take some time to prepare. Braska's final Aeon always deserves respect. So if you look at my armors, I don't really have a lot of... I mean, it's better to have an armor that kind of caters for everything, because of course you've got Jet Beam, which for starters means you need to have Stoneproof, because if you get shattered in this battle, you're fucked. So that's something that you've got to be careful with. But like, let's say for Orin, the only Stoneproof I have is this particular bracer, and well, that doesn't really cater to much else. So I'm going to have to probably make some custom armors. That might involve me having to farm for some more free slot armors. I'm going to have to pick up some more petrified grenades, because I need at least 3 or 4 Stoneproof armors as well. So there's going to be a little bit of work to do. So we're going to restore the high potions, going to find out who's got the mega potions, try and get some more of those, get some X potions. Ether and Turbo Ether's probably fine, it should be okay. We've got plenty of mega elixirs and elixirs, I think. Steal some more mega potions maybe, or get some from the mechs, whoever gives them, I forget. Restock all of my Albed potions, I'm probably going to like have 99 coming in. Get some more healing waters, get some more... How many stamina tabs do I have? Get some more Chocobo wings. these should be fine, probably. Healing springs, probably fine. If I find some more, I'll get them. Stamina tablet, maybe a few more just in case. But generally, that is the idea. So there's a lot of work to do still for me, but I'll be doing that off screen. So when I return, it's going to be like, you know, with probably some better armors and all of my equipment and all of my item stocks kind of at the max. Because if you want to go in to fight Brass's Fine Leon, you need to be prepared. You can't just like waltz in there and hope to win. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll be back with more in the next session, and we will hopefully be fighting Brass's Fine Leon. It's likely they'll split it up so that we have the crystal mini game as part of this session perhaps, or like this episode of whatever you're watching. So I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, people. Take care. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to this very important session of the Final Fantasy X Pbirdman mod. Now, when you look at the game clock, don't be too shocked, but I am a good 7 hours or so ahead of where I last was. Now, the reason for that is because I have been doing a lot of farming, of course. So I didn't cheat myself on this one. I didn't go into Final Fantasy Editor and put anything into there. I did it all legit. I stole everything that I could. So basically, I'm going to run you guys through what I have and why I did what I did, and then we're going to head beyond the point of no return and see if we can have an attempt at Brass's Fine Leon, because there's still actually a fair bit of work to do. So, let me explain the situation so far. So in terms of items, some of the stuff off the top of my head that I stole was X potions from the chests in Beaconell while I was on the hunt for Chocobo wings as well. So that's something I stole. Stole these from the Grendel. Phoenix Down obviously from the shop. I didn't steal any more Phoenix Downs. I'm hoping that 9 should be enough. I mean, in an ideal world, you don't want anyone to die in the first place, so Mega Phoenix are like last ditch, and I doubt I'm going to need... If I need more than 9 Mega Phoenixes anyway, I'm probably not ready. Healing Water, of course, I stole loads of those. 99 Albed Potions, you can buy them from Rin, so you don't have to steal them if you've got the guild, so that's good. Restocked on those. An important one was that I decided to get enough Star Grenades to get half MP cost. So these were a rare steal from the Behemoth King. But again, like Turbo Mode, Riku with Pickpocket, and Tidus just kind of swapping her out with Tidus when there's only the Behemoth King left. You know, it took me a little bit of time, but I think it's worth it, because moving forward for Brass's Fine Leon, for Omega Ruins, for all of that kind of stuff, we're going to be needing Lulu and or Yuna to have half MP cost. So Star Grenades was something that I stole. Blessed Gems, I picked up a few of those from the Barbatos while I was doing my thing. Restocked on some Shadow Gems, that's going to be needed in the Omega Ruins probably. What else? Petrified Grenades, I got myself enough to get a few Stone Proofs, so they're going to be needed. So Chocobo wings are actually really difficult to steal. I mean, it's a rare steal from the Cactar, and the Cactar doesn't appear super frequently even in Cenubia. So I spent a little bit of time on it and I got to 28. So if you've got any hopes of like getting some kind of auto haste or something against Brass's Fine Leon, or having everyone with SOS haste, it's going to take you a very long time. So I'm going to try and do it without that kind of stuff. These are pretty easy to pick up, so if I really want like SOS Protect or Auto Protect, I can get those. These healing springs I got while I was trying to steal from Behemoth King to get the Star Grenades. Stamina Tablet, I picked up a lot of these so I can get Auto Potion and obviously use them in the battle. And I think that just about wraps it up. I've got my Fantasy Potions, I still don't know what they do. And that's that. So, why did I do all of this? Maybe I'm only going to need a few of these, or maybe a very limited amount of these for Brass's Fine Leon. Well, the reason being, because we're heading beyond the point of no return here, it doesn't really matter what resources you use at this stage, because you can always just come back to this save that I've got right now and continue your game from here. So nothing really is going to be wasted because you're only going to use it for one battle. And this kind of stuff will translate all the way through. So you, of course, like Chocobo Wings, Lunar Curtain, Light Curtain, Healing Spring, almost everything I've listed here is going to be relevant for the game beyond Brass's Fine Leon as well. So that's why I've done it, because you're probably going to need to make that investment at some point. We've got Ultima Weapon, we've got Omega Weapon, we've got the Omega Ruins themselves, we've got the Monster Arena, so we're not going to be able to get like our ultimate super badass armors probably anytime soon. So until that time, we're going to be probably making use of a lot of these items as we move forward. So that's why I've done all of that. Alongside that, what I did was, of course, I don't know exactly what to expect from Brass's Fire Leon, but what I do know is that I'm going to be needing specific armors for that battle. So basically, I went to Rin and I got everybody a Tetra armor that has the HP plus 10 and 3 free slots. So this will give me a chance to customize Stoneproof, because Stoneproof is pretty much a must on everybody. It's something that you just have to do. It's not a compromise, because Eject Beam has a chance of shattering you, and of course if you get shattered in that battle, then that's just really not a good idea. So everybody has at least one armor that has 3 free slots, and that should give me enough slots to customize what I need. Now of course I don't know exactly what I need, because I don't know how Pbirdman has modded it, but for example, of course, something like Stoneproof is going to be needed regardless, because I'm pretty sure Eject Beam is still going to have a petrification element to it. So that is the gist, guys. I'm going to be returning to this save, I think, once I'm done with everything. And I amassed 2,000... I amassed about 280,000 Gilder in all this stuff, and I spent most of it on the Albed potions instead of stealing them. And I spent about 100k or so on the armors as well. So that's where my money went. And I spent 75k on this, because she's well, she's got Holy now, but she doesn't really have a good weapon. So I decided to get her one. Moving forward, we might try to use her in attack more. So I think she's going to need to be around in that sense as well. So that's the deal, guys. We're going to head towards Sin, beyond the point of no return, and see what lies in wait for us. I mean, Brass's Fire Leon is such a difficult storyline boss. I mean, if you are underleveled, if you are underprepared, if you are underexperienced, some combination of those three, Brass's Fire Leon is always going to give you a hard time, unless, of course, you use the usual like trio of quad 9, or you've got full overdrives and everyone, you spam them and all that kind of stuff. But for most people, in a lot of cases, on your first playthrough, you would have always found Brass's Fire Leon difficult. So it's going to be like Flux, for example, was a boss that wasn't like super changed. So like it had a lot of the same kind of stuff, but because Flux was so difficult in the first place, to me that always made perfect sense and it wasn't a problem. And I thought that Flux was modded really well. Omnis, on the other hand, was a boss that I think had too many loopholes that could be made too easy. So I think the fact that he changed up Omnis to such a large degree was definitely a wise move. So in that sense, Pbirdman knows what he's doing. So I'm not expecting like radical changes from Brass's Fire Leon, but there are of course going to be some changes. So I don't know, like in terms of, let's say, status ailments, what exactly I've got to protect against and what kind of moves to expect. So we'll see.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Again, I've been playing on turbo mode for like the last hour, so it just feels like slow-mo here. This is the one compromise of playing on the emulator. You do play like really slow if you don't want to run the game at full speed. If you don't want to run the game in turbo mode. The animations are so slow that I'm convinced that like when you hear dialogue it should be in slow-mo, but the dialogue is in normal speed, but the movement is just so incredibly slow. But most of you guys, when you're playing, you should be playing on turbo mode, to be honest. Like at least play on double speed, I think. Unless you're actually, it's time for cutscenes and you actually want to...
I won't go so easy on you next time.
You want to enjoy the cutscenes and dialogue and that kind of stuff. Just don't bother with the normal speed. Just make double speed your default and just toggle between them as you play. And then when you're farming, just crank it up to like ×4, ×5.
I won't go so easy on you next time.
Whatever you can handle. So another reason, again, I wanted to make sure I did the farming myself was, of course, as I've been saying all along, to give you guys a realistic representation of how long things could take. How long would it take you, let's say, to get those 80 star grenades when you're playing, that kind of thing. And of course, it's just that element of it's
Live and let live.
It's pretty impossible to stay completely disciplined when you're doing that, because when you have something as powerful as Final Fantasy FFX Ed at your disposal, then you're just going to be so tempted to edit in things that normally it would take you like longer than you'd be willing to bother with. So like for example,
I'll be right back.
heading into Brass's Final Aeon, normally you're not really going to have auto haste. Auto haste for even one character is something that's going to take you long enough that most people are not going to bother with that. But when you have Final Fantasy Editor, then it's just like, I might as well just, you know, give myself enough chocobo wings to give everyone auto haste, and then you've kind of killed the battle for yourself. So
I'll be right back.
that's just one example. You could do that in so many different ways that it's just really not something I'd advise. So if it's something, let's say, I don't know, maybe like Albed potions, then yes. But for high level items and stuff that will give you, like, let's say, like auto haste or auto protect or
I'll be right back.
death proof or dark matters moving forward, that kind of stuff, you know, it just tread carefully with that kind of stuff, I would say. I think everyone knows their own kind of limit, but it's just, I would try to do everything like naturally as much as you can, and just use the turbo mode for it, because when you use turbo mode, honestly, it's really not too bad. So if I've spent, let's say, 20 hours farming, stealing, pilfering gil, maybe more, maybe 30 hours, in reality it's only been like 7 or 8, and you can knock that out in like one intense gaming session, and that's not too bad. And of course, because I did it periodically throughout the playthrough, it's more like, you know, 2 or 3 sit downs across the entire run. So
I'll be right back.
well, until Brass's Final Aeon. So I think that's manageable. So my advice on that is just don't cheat yourself. And so like something maybe you could cheat yourself on is to get 30 purifying salts, so you have no encounters at this stage. That's something I will do, I think, because obviously at this stage encounters become a nuisance. But yeah, I'll edit through now to the point of no return, and we'll get going. Alright, so here we go. The final save sphere and the final save before the point of no return. Always brings back memories, this. It's just such a crucial, critical part of the game. So, I have a few little sphere levels I picked up while I was just doing my final round of stealing and stuff. That's a nice final little boost, up to 42. That's not great. I'm unlikely to be using Kimari, but just in case I do. What does he get? Provoke, okay. So he's stuck here, poor guy. And so is Riku. Okay, well that's all we got from that. Now, oh yeah, he makes it to quad 9 HP with that actually. So, the team, I think, is gonna be, once again, I mean, I'd love to use Lulu here, and I did steal all of those star grenades primarily for Lulu, but Brass's Final Aeon is so fast, and the delay just worries me. Her 17 agility is just so bad, and of course we have to have Tank Boy Auron there, so it's just that very slow combination that always worries me. But of course Brass's Final Aeon could have such high defense and can't be armor broken or whatever, or something like that, that we might be really struggling. So I'm not really sure. So again, from now, it doesn't... Hold on, let me save again. From now on, it doesn't matter what you customize, so don't worry about being super efficient or anything like that, because, well, you're not going to need them again. So, Arc Sword gets the double overdrive. So this is what we'll switch to once we're actually in battle for Tidus. And let's start making these. Okay, so Stoneproof is a must. Now, one person can get SOS haste. Probably should give that to Auron, I think. That's what I'll do. SOS regen, I'm not sure. I feel like that could be useful too. So could SOS protect. Sorry, SOS protect. So I'm thinking about Auto Potion 2. He heals himself for... I think... I'm gonna put Auto Protect. Sorry, SOS Protect. I'm trying to remember if he had any other statuses in like the normal game. I think Zombie was a status that he used to have, but I don't think it's a big enough deal to protect against. Just wondering if I should use SOS Regen or should I use Auto Potion. Oof. I think I'm only going to give Auto Potion to Orin again because he's the super tank. I'm considering the defense plus 20. That makes a real difference at this kind of level. I'm going to go with this. So it's a little bit unorthodox, but I mean, we still don't know what we're really up against, like fully, so I'll roll with this for now. I do have an SOS haste if I want it. Okay, so Tyres gets up to a nice 7,600 now. Now, Orin has one of the most important jobs, as always. In any challenging run, you always need that Orin goodness. Now, normally you should have Zombie Strike. If it's really important in this battle, I might have to bite the bullet and quickly steal some Candle of Life in order to get Zombie Strike. Because of course that takes away a little bit of the healing from the pagodas. What else we got? Strength plus 5%. I don't think that's going to be really... I think we used to be able to poison Brass's Fire Leon, and I think he took like 600 damage or something from it, something silly. Well, there's literally nothing else for me to add for this battle, so I'll add this for now. Now, this is going to be an important armor. He does not need any more HP at all. I'm going to try, well, Stoneproof first. Let's not get excited. Stoneproof. SOS Haste. Now, Auto Potion or SOS Protect. I think I'll give him the Auto Potion just to see how it's going to work. I foolishly didn't steal anymore, and I ended up with 2 potions. So I need to toss these away. Shit. Okay. So that's Orin. And what about Riku? Slowproof, Stoneproof, Auto Med. Okay, should I give Riku Auto Protect here actually? Because SOS Protect is so cheap, I feel like it might be worth it. But then if I do that, I've got 21 light curtains left still. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to give her the increase in HP, I think, because Triumphant Grasp really was super powerful, and I don't think you can block it with Protect. That's what I seem to remember. So for that reason, the more HP she has, the better. So again, I mean, if there's status effects I'm not aware of or that didn't used to exist before, this is all for nothing. But I think for now, it's the start. Now, Lulu is the wild card here. Of course, I'd love to use her, and I'm going to give her half MP cost. Normally she has double cast at this stage, so you can get some double cast flares in, but so let's do that for now. Magic boost is not happening anytime soon, unfortunately. Alchemy is just generally a needed thing. Then I think I'll just give her a magic +5. What else are you going to do? Okay. Well, she's hitting about as hard as she can with her magic now. And I think same story here. We've got to give her some more. Okay. Uni. She just needs a stone proof, to be honest. That's the best she can manage for now. I'm trying to remember if I think stone ward might be enough. What can I add to her existing? Okay, so Eunice is not the best we've ever seen here, but for a first attempt, we'll roll with this for now. Okay, so I'm making a new save here. This is one I won't be using because I've just totally messed around with everything. Okay, let's hit it. Swap this team around to the real team. Okay, these people are looking about as ready as they can be, given the circumstances. So Waka and Kimari have got the shaft for now, but we're not going to be swapping and changing that much if I can help it. Alright, let's go.